spring feel different than last year? You know, obviously kind of different, feel more settled in your role on the offensive line?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely have to step up and be a bigger leader than I was last year. As well as different feel like with the O-line coaches and just the whole coaching staff in general. But everything's running smoothly, and I feel like in the end it'll be fine. Just be the same old offensive line, same Alabama team.
What is Coach Flood like compared to Coach Key?
He's a really good coach, as well as Coach Key was as well. He's a great teacher, knows a lot about the game, a whole lot of experience, and just trying to feed off him as much as we can.
You played a little bit of guarding, a little bit of tackle. What are kind of the main differences for guys who are going to be trained at both of those? What are the biggest things you have to work on?
Playing inside is a whole lot. It's a whole different ball game for sure. It's a whole lot faster, a lot bigger guys, as well as a whole lot of second level play. And then tackle is just like you're kind of like on your own island out there. It's definitely two different games.
Saban said that Alex made the sacrifice of playing there last year. Just what went into that, and how do you think he handled that move last year?
I feel like it was more like a sacrifice for the team than it was for himself. He was one of the best 5 offensive linemen, and that's where they put him. And I feel like he really stepped up and played that position really well.
How have you seen him kind of adjust to get him back to maybe a more natural tackle spot for him?
Smooth, very quick adjust. I feel like he's a really good offensive tackle as well as offensive guard, but I feel like he's back in his domain, playing a left tackle.
How much does Coach Saban talk about the Alabama factor? Is that something that he's constantly reiterating?
Every day, yeah. Definitely this year it's a lot bigger. Just don't want to create any bad habits like we did last year.
Had you ever heard that term before this offseason?
I heard about it when I got here, before I got here as a recruit,
okay. And
then right now it's like it's a main focus.
Yeah.
Was there a plan last year to move Jonah to center at one point?
There was. I think it was like early on the season, a couple weeks into it, just trying different things. But I can't remember if we actually played him there like in practice or anything.
Can you describe like what the Alabama factor is? Because you didn't really kind of describe it.
Commitment, discipline, effort, toughness, and pride, and then developing yourself to be relentless for 60 minutes in a ball game. And also another big thing this year is discipline outside of like football, like in the classroom, just walking around the community, things like that.
Where have you seen Matt Womack? You know, y'all actually were competing for that job, right tackle job, I guess, even a year ago. How have you seen him kind of develop in his move inside?
I feel like same thing with Alex. He stepped in. He's been doing really good these past couple of practices, and I feel like he could be a really good guard.
How important is his kind of veteran leadership? He's a senior this year. The fact that he's started several games, how important is that for this group to kind of come together?
Well, he's seen all the changes made around here. Like, he's been through multiple coaching staffs and also been through multiple offensive lines. And he knows everything that's going on, knows the ins and outs of everything. And I feel like just for him to like step up and give his knowledge of what's actually happening is helpful to not only me but the younger guys and everybody else around them.
Does it feel like every year you're starting over for the offensive line, figuring out who's going where?
For the most part, I mean, nobody ever has like a guaranteed spot. Like, even I can come in and have like a terrible year and get kicked out. So I mean, every day you're definitely competing and trying to see where you're gonna fit in. But in the end, I mean, it's Coach Floyd's decision as well as Coach Saban. So just try to do our best.
One thing we hear about offensive lines, a lot of is trying to find the best 5, not necessarily the 5 best. How would you explain the difference between those two things?
I feel like Alex is a good example of that. Last year we had like our best 5 offensive linemen that the coaches picked out, and no matter like what position you are specifically, you can play anywhere. Like that. That's kind of like how that works.
I know you're only barely into the spring, but do you already have a feel for how different the offense might be this year?
Kind of hard to decide that yet, with it only being a couple practices. The same mindset, like the killer mindset, and I feel like it'll still take a couple weeks to actually get like a feel for it.
Regardless, does it change much for you as a lineman?
Oh no, not at all.
What's it like with Coach Floyd? I mean, he was a former head coach of a major conference school. What's like, having him around?
It's definitely a great learning experience. Like everybody's mentioned, just his knowledge of the game and how long he's been in it, especially being at a higher level in the NFL. I just feel like it's something to help us advance our game.
Do you know his name? Were you familiar with him before you came here?
Not too much. I've heard it before with him being with the Atlanta Falcons offensive line. But he has some good accolades that come along with him. I'm really excited.
What was the first introduction like to him and even some of the other new coaches? I mean, y'all having to really wear name tags just to kind of get to know each other?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because we'll still be in the meeting room nowadays, and he'll see somebody on film like me and still think it's like Womack or Tommy. So he's still learning, but I like him a lot.
What have you seen out of some of the early enrollees? What's stuck out? I know you haven't spent a whole lot of time with them, but what's your impression of them so far?
Still trying to develop, still trying to learn like the playbook and the ins and outs of the offense, but they're real aggressive, and I feel like they can all be special players.
What do you sense from the relationship between Coach Flood and Coach Sarkisian, considering that they, both came from the Falcons?
Right. Well, Coach Sark, when I was a senior in high school, was about to be the offensive coordinator here, and then he went to the Falcons. So we already kind of had a little relationship. Then he came to my hometown. I went to my high school football banquet and things like that. So we were pretty cool. When Coach Floyd came in, it was a quick relationship. I feel like me and him are already kind of close. He can relate, and I feel like in the end, having those two guys on our side is a real upper hand.
And how about the relationship, do you think, between those two? Just judging from their past experience, I guess, with the Falcons.
Just real experience, and I would say knowing how the college game works. Because you're seeing the same things now in college as you are seeing in the NFL, and I feel like they're just real advanced in what they see.
Given that prior relationship with Sark, has that been an easy transition? Is it almost like he never really left, or how has that been, kind of melding him back into the system a little bit?
It was easy and smooth, just like you said. I feel like he never left. I mean, he just came in, and day one with the offensive meeting, it was just like he was always there.
Time for two more.
Has that made kind of some of the coaching turnover a little easier? I mean, obviously 7 new coaches, having a guy like him, and even Coach Sal back, who know the system, know how it's done. Has that made things simpler?
Yeah, I would agree. It make things a whole lot simpler, especially with all the players that are around here, just kind of having a feel for those guys. And I feel like everybody really enjoys who they have around them.
What goes into chemistry in a group of O-linemen? What makes one combination of 5 guys work better than another?
I feel like knowing each other's potential and exactly what everybody can do. Everybody has their strengths, their weaknesses, and what they have to get better at. But I feel like just having the same mindset and knowing what everybody can do is what really makes them good.